Okay, here we go. We are recording. Good afternoon. 45, 15 today. You want to start with a few hand walkouts, maybe like 5 hand walkouts overhead. Nice big stretch. Walk the hands back in. Drive the hips. Spend some time in the hamstring stretch. Easy in, easy out. Take some breaths. The first exercise today we'll get to is maybe 2 more hand walks. We'll talk about it. But it's going to be a quad plank with opposite foot grab for number 1. Good going, rest, guys. After this one, drive the hips, take a stretch. I am in a quad plank position, meeting 90-90, right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot, keeping the body about as still as we can. All press play, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, twice per station. 10 seconds here. We're gonna watch the hips, make sure they don't rotate. 5, 2, nice and stable in the body. If you feel good here, pause for a little longer. And watch the height of the knees, right? The knee that is supposed to be stationary will give us a lot of feedback. Based off mobility, you might have to hike the hips a little bit, but do your best to keep the body still. 25 seconds out. Work your breathing, stay controlled here. Shoulders stay down. And if you get stuck, just hold tight. 15 seconds. Eight, 2. Good. Getting some air here. Shoulders warm up a little bit. Quads definitely. Triceps a little. Getting our breathing under control. Trying to warm the body up here. 5 seconds out. We'll do the same thing. 2. On the backside of quad plank, we're going to go into a dumbbell thruster. Slow here, guys. Then loading dumbbells for thrusters. 15 seconds to go. I would go fairly light on the thrusters. We're going to have a plank position, just leading you in advance on the backside. So shoulders are going to get a little bit of work. First couple things. 5, 2. Good. So if you have choices, we're lighter than usual. Nice sit, good overhead press. But again, it's going to get heavy in the shoulders. 5 seconds out. Focus on an inhale down, exhale, drive overhead. Tiffany, have you been using the same water bottles for a year now? Oh, Tiffany, heavier water. It can't be wide, it'd be empty. If the weights get heavy, we can do every other one overhead. So 1 with the squat, 1 with that press. But if you can get into a nice rhythm here, please do. 15 seconds, guys. Let the dumbbells snap in the shoulders, drive to the feet. 10, 5, go some air. Take 15 seconds to breathe. Good afternoon, guys. Good. 5 seconds out, same thing. Big inhale, big sit. Yeah, good. Busy. Coffee's still kicking from like 4 this morning, so that's good. Might be a little more before I take over with the kids though. After these dumbbell thrusters, into a plank position. Forearms down, hips up a little higher. Rock and roll side to side. So plank position with hip rotation is our next exercise. 20 seconds, guys. And you got ab mat to your left, so yours is just by your toes there, drop yours to back right shoulder. 15, Still a little tempo if we can. Sit, drive, 10.
Oh, there you go, Doc. Oh, yeah, huh? Nice. That's a good tempo.
5. Good, 15 seconds to breathe. Grab a tight plank position from that plank hip rotation. Good, and again, hips are up maybe 2 inches higher than normal. From that position, rotate hips side to side. You could tie the ankles together if you wanted to, right side by side, and as you roll to one side, let all the weight hinge onto the outside of one foot. Our goal here is reaching the hip bones outside of the elbows. So look down at your elbows. How wide are they? Get that hip bone outside of the elbow as you push. 15 seconds out. And then focus on smashing down the opposing forearm as well. 8 seconds. If hips go right, left forearm is tight. 3. There, breathe. Maybe get some weight off the shoulders here. 5 seconds. Back up on our plank. 3, 2. Good, grab your plank, rock and roll side to side. Focus on your breathing, maybe inhale as those hips drop. "25 seconds, guys. Next thing, again, remember, it's a few heavy shoulder stations here. We're going to get into a push-up with a shoulder grab. Sorry. I don't know. 10 seconds out. We'll get a little spicy today. There's 2 things. 5. Good. Our goal is a push-up. Out of the push-up with a shoulder grab. As we take one hand to shoulder, make sure that hip bone stays secured down, right? So if my right hand comes to left shoulder, right hip bone should stay tight. Inhale down, reach across the body. Watch the hips, right? The hips shouldn't come up in the air. If you feel it's easy, make sure the hips are driven down and tight. Yeah. And then if we're looking for more control, it's probably wider feet or wider knees. And also the narrower hands will give us more body control. 20 seconds out. Push-ups aren't your forte. Spend more time in that pause position, right? You can always pause and secure longer. Limit the number you do. 5. Breathe. Yeah, unload the shoulders. Rest for a second. 15 whole seconds to breathe. Sorry, go ahead. Next thing is the dead bug. Hey, that's good. It's less shoulders there. 2. Yeah, back on. Drop in, inhale down, press, exhale across the body. Check the shoulders, check the hips. Good. And feel controlled on that reach, right? You could add a small pause. It should be a dynamic reach where you can't then control the body. 20 seconds to go. Dead bug's coming up next. Low back will be pinned down, we'll hold static. Give yourself 3 more reps here, depending on your pace. 10 seconds. 5. Good. Low back is down tight, right? From this position, I'm going to try to draw my shoulders up. From that position, I'm going to extend and hold. So also working on shoulder height as well as low back positioning. Low back down, good. And then about maybe 1 foot to 18 inches of actual body on the ground. Everything else is up. Then we always settle into the same position here, right? So think about trying to extend a little more than usual. If we find fatigue and we can't control, then drag it back in. But get aggressive first, and then regress as needed. 20 seconds out. Backs down, shoulders are up. Hands are either toward the ceiling or overhead, reaching behind you. 15 seconds. 5. Yeah, good rest. Knee hug or feet down either way. Low back down, shoulders get driven high. From that high shoulder position, start to reach the body back up and away. 2. After dead bugs, we're going to be on our feet for a broad jump. We're going to be gentle. Watch for obstacles, please. Don't land on anything. If you're tight on space, you can be more of a standing just jump, somewhat for height. If you have room to roam, a broad jump works though. 15 seconds. Doc, if you want to come all the way over here, you can. 10. Don't give up on this one. Hold the back. Reach the arms. Reach the legs. Lift the shoulders. 3. So broad jump, right? Arms back. Nice little hop. Land nice and soft. Doc, just take this runway if you want to. From here all the way across. And that all the way across the wall. 3, 2. Good, nice jump. Soft on the landing. Listen to the feet. And then reset before each individual jump. So as you land, we're absorbing the impact. As you go to start the next rep, stand tall, and then utilize the arms, toss the arms, land soft. And then just about a full squat position to absorb the impact as we land, still 15 seconds. 10 seconds, guys. 5. Gas, air, breathe. Broad jumps are so hard, right? Yeah. Why is jumping so hard? We used to like skip and do hopscotch as kids, like single leg jumps all day, right? What's the big deal, man? Just, you know. Here we go, back on. Nice big jump. Use the arms, toss the arms, legs off. Ride that full squat out as a way to slow the body down. So deaccelerate through that squat. Stand tall, reset the body, go game. After broad jumps, we're going to be on our backs for hamstring runners if you have discs. If you don't have discs, we'll do some single leg glute bridge. Breathe, Claire. 15 seconds out. 10. 5. There, guys. On your backs, on the ground, hips up in the air. Press, press, press. Hamstring runners on. So you're doing this there, Andy. You got yours. Fantastic. 3. Good. Single leg glute bridge is the alternative here if you don't have discs. But if we do, hips are up in the air, we're pushing, 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 pushing. You can do that, Andy, or look to your right to jog for a demo. Run, 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 run. But I don't mind that as well. Yeah, good. Your goal in a hamstring runner is the feet bypass far from the glutes. There you go. So the further they bypass out space, the harder that it is. If you like assistance, drive the elbows down to find higher hips. If you don't want the elbows, wrap the arms across the chest. It'll get a little harder. 10 seconds out, guys. Then in hamstring runner, as we're no longer able to keep the butt off the ground, we can then leave the butt down. 2, and create that same cycle movement pattern. Cycling. Bounce, 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 down, down. 5. Now let's do it, guys. Hips up, push, push, push. Should be a faster tempo here. If you're single leg glute bridge, drive the hips, secure the hips, have a pause. Make sure both glutes are tight at the top. Pause for a second, drop down slow. Touch the glutes, drive again quickly. After this, on our feet, very light weights, single leg, front and side raise. 20 seconds out, guys. More elbows if we need to for help, but still up if possible. 10. 3. Good, we're gonna grab light weights, stand on one leg, the other knee is up about hip height, core tight, front raise, and side raise. If you feel stable, stand on the ab mat, right? If you have one. If you're on carpet already, it's likely already unstable. Good. Then bumps your hip flexion, leg can ride in parallel. Otherwise, the knee is about hip height and core tight, they get punched, right? Slow on the lift in parallel. Good. Easy on that front raise as well. Neither the front or the side raise should have a lot of speed. Only have to take a parallel. If your weights here are light, you can pause. If you underestimate it, have a pause on the reach, pause on the reach. 15 seconds, guys. Keep that bottom leg soft, right? Knee is crimped. 8. 2.
Happy Tuesday, man.
Here we go. 2. Same thing on the side. Stable on one, other knees high, core stays tight, knee stays soft. Slow on the lift. Unwind, slow on the lift. Here comes another shoulder double. We go from single leg front side raise into a strict push-up. Simply dropping into control, keeping form good, pressing, but it should look smooth. If you should drop the knees early, please do, just to keep the form good. 15 seconds out. Same tempo, easy on the lift, slow on the drop. 10. 5. 4. Good push-up. Clean push-up, strict even. Shoulders stay packed down, inhale down toward the floor. Here we go. Full range of motion, good depth, sternum to floor, right tuck the chin back. It's just as smooth as you can make these look. They should be so controlled, they look effortless almost, right? Form beautiful. If that means you're on your knees early, drop down quick. Ten.
Good job.
3. Good, breathe, rest. Stretch if you want to, little arm circles if you want to, little air probably, right? Back on strict push-ups in 5. Good, check the shoulders, check the sternum, drop in, nice big inhale. Press in, exhale.
That was just so. You've been going a lot, man. You got a good run of workouts right now.
25 seconds, guys. After this, we have a reverse lunge with rotation. Light on the weight, if any. I'd say like 5 to 10 pounds is probably suitable for everybody, or less. 10 seconds. 3. Good, I got your demo. With weight in hand, I'm going to rotate over my stationary leg. So if my right leg stays still, I'll rotate over right. Stand tall, knee tuck. Rotate down and in. Stand tall, knee tuck. Yeah, good. Stand tall, knee tuck. Just the midline pause. Good. Inhale, reach, rotate. You can rotate it out way if you want to your left. Rotate there to your left. Sternum, chest, no, body, torso. Yes, as you come down, you're gonna rotate like this. Okay, don't rotate if you want to. You can throw holes there if you want to. 20 seconds now, guys. Work your stability, take your time. Take on your stability over here. 2.
My mental stability.
I mean, if we don't do it, when do you ever do it, right? Nobody works on single leg stability for fun at home. I mean, just the height for you is about as good as it gets, right?
Exactly.
Which is good.
Exactly.
Here we go, same thing, other side. Rotating over front leg again. Tall posture. As the knee comes up, tight core a little bit, right? Rib cage down, not leaning back. Next thing, we have some tricep dips. If you want to use T-Rex for skull crushers, you can. If you want to use a wall for triceps, you can. That would be a wall tricep. That's the name of it. Kind of makes sense, right? Wall with triceps. 15 seconds out. And you're going to T-Rex down here for you, Jake. Okay. Josh will have you work ready as well. 8 seconds.
Stay.
2. You can angle or whatever works best for you. Triceps, Melissa, Tiffany, if you guys want to do wall triceps, you can. If you prefer some dips will work well. Nice job, Claire. Inhale down, press, exhale. Everybody's inhaling as the elbows bend, right? And then as we press, we'll exhale. At the end of the tricep motion, if you're doing dips, you're driving the shoulders down, right? Open the rib cage up, smash the hands down. Let those elbows drift a little higher. Up, elbows up, good. Similar. Then this way. The higher the elbows are, the more angle you'll put it. Forward, hips, just press. 5 seconds. Good, breathe. If I was being that aggressive, Andy, I'd have like a foot forward. So as I come into it, like I said, this foot down only as much as I need to. And then I can sharpen the elbows, providing myself some assistance here to start that rep. Then try to put this light anchor point, and when you need to, when it's as aggressive as you can push lightly, and then drive through the arms to finish. After tricep dip, another kind of fun double, we're going to get into a crawl. So the triceps will be a little fatigued, then it's going to crawl around the room like a crawling animal. I don't know what crawls. 15 seconds. Like a rat. Yeah, anything, man. 10. I've heard the line before, but I can't tell you what. Yeah, good crawl, guys. Back in that quad plank position, right? Left and right, right and left. Keep the knees pretty snug toward the floor if you can. Hips shouldn't rotate. Body should not lurch around, right? Still just very smooth. Smooth.
So you get front, back.
Yeah, just a little forward. We ran out of room, drop head back, same thing. Check the hip height here. As we go, hips stay squared up. Level with the earth. That flat earth bar. 20 seconds. As we fatigue a little slower, you can always take a short rest between. 5. Rest. After crawls, our shoulders get a little bit of a rest. A little bit. 5. I don't want to lie and say it's a lie. I mean, it's not a shoulder dominant state.
Well, you believe that the earth is flat, so why would we believe anything else?
I like having random, like,
Talk with people about things just for fun. Just keep them engaged. Yeah. One of my long-term clients and I always talk about dinosaurs. And I would always tell them they're big. He's a very, very smart man.
10 seconds out.
Maybe a little Asperger's.
Yeah, I'm great.
He's a technical VP over at Microsoft, so he's got some brain power. He doesn't forget things.
2, goblet squat. Weight under chin, have a seat, stand tall, exhale.
But you know, when you go to like museums and stuff, it's all about like, this piece of dinosaur bone is real, and the rest has been created based off what we think a dinosaur would look like, right? I don't know if that's true.
Squats, guys. Inhale, have a seat, stand tall, exhale, right? Little glute squeeze at the top as we finish. If you don't have enough weight here to make it appropriate, then pick up the tempo, right? Sit stand. If you do have a lot of weight, take your time, take a deep breath, look good. As we stand, we should be leaning back, right? If we finish with the glute squeeze, we're also tightening the core. So that exhale we take as we stand tall should be some core bracing and glute squeeze. 10 seconds out. Squats good. Knees hinge out a little bit, weight the heels. 5. Rest. 3. Good look at that, John.
I just saw it on there.
2. I got a few things.
Yeah.
No burpees.
It's all good. Yeah, it's not bad.
You see the thumb wrestle in there?
What is it? Shut up.
We used to do like that,
Oh, that's
game,
funny.
right? Like,
Oh my
partner.
god.
On the harder rows.
Remember when we used to do the towel thing?
Yeah, like a
Yeah, like
funny.
that. Yeah.
Oh, those are the good old days.
Yeah.
That's fun, man. 20 seconds out. Now we can do squats. 15 seconds after goblet squat, cross crunch. On our back, one foot over the knee. Opposite elbow to the opposite knee. Inhale, reach back. I can give you a better demo if you need. 5 seconds to go. 3.
I was looking at the crosswalk second.
Oh,
Foot over knee, right from here. Reach, pull, exhale. If you want to, the other foot could be off the ground as well. Reach the elbow, pull the elbow, have an exhale at the top. Yeah, good. We're going to check the shoulder of the down arm and make sure that shoulder is off the ground. So reach towards the left hand. Left hand over here. Good. Oh, there you go. Now reach back. You're not hinging off that left arm. Oh, man. We don't actually have a shirt. Hey, Ty, you're okay. 25 seconds. Large or extra large? Oh, no, you're fine. Take it. You're good. They're just sitting back anyways. Little air. Switching sides here momentarily, right?
Think about it.
Of course. Have a good day.
I'll see you again.
5. If you want more effort here, that bottom foot can come off the ground, right? The bottom's got it. That's good. Stop. You got it good. There, yeah, absolutely. And then not drawing the knee toward the elbow, but elbow toward the knee. Think about how far can you reach that elbow back behind the head, right? Open up the body. Come through. Have an exhale. 20 seconds out. Well, I got a walking logo, or a walking yoga. Might get himself in trouble, but hey, any exposure is good, right? 10 seconds out. Next thing, single leg RDL. If you have some heavy weights, grab 2. 3. If stability is not your forte, you might use 2 bells, right? You'll be more stable with a double bell. Alternatively, if you have one heavy bell, it's in the arm of the leg that's going to open up. But double bell will make you more stable, and presumably you'll use more weight with 2 dumbbells. As we stand, think about using that down foot, drive that foot, right? The one you're stabilizing on. So you get that hamstring and glute integrated. Stand tall, exhale. Don't have to curl, drop the candle. What we're looking for is long body from head to heel, right? As the heel starts to lift, torso drops down. 15 seconds out. 10. Rest, rest, rest. Switching legs. I like your vocals. I know people work hard, but I know the exercise is hard, but I never get to hear it. But
It's just frustration.
yeah, I appreciate it. Good. Here we go. Back up, guys. Switch sides. Back leg comes high. Leg stays long. Glute and hamstring on the supporting leg gets stretched. After single leg RDL, we're going to set up for a single arm bent over row. So if the weight in one of your hands is appropriate, stand on something nice, flat back, big pulls. 15 seconds to go.
Alright, that's it.
Five. Good for bros, guys. Clean up your. The drum fan stirs up a lot more dust than it used to, right? So it'll get spread, whereas before, when you sit on the floor, you could just vacuum it. Now it's like thrown all over the gym and high places. Bros, guys. Heavy front arm, right? Soften the knees, keep the back flat. As we pull, exhale. And then as heavy as we need to in that front arm to minimize the back stress. Reach, exhale, pull. Reach, exhale, pull. As we finish that row, right, drive the shoulder down, squeeze the bicep, the tricep, and lat together. 15 seconds. If the weight's light here, a little bit of tempo to wrap up. Five. Rasty.
You got 25?
5 seconds, guys. Same thing on this side.
It's heavy.
2. After rows, we're going to get into a Superman. So a lighter station coming up, laying flat on our stomachs, left, right, left. All I'm trying to say is that if you want to commit to some work here and some tempo, a little bit of noise as we finish is fine. 20 seconds to go. Rock and roll. Super stuff coming up next. I am no Superman. Answers. 5. But I do know one thing. Breathe. Super stuff. Lay flat, left, right, left. We talked today about having one of those, like, have you seen those, like, headphone discos you choose your own music in? Yeah, headphones where you can, like, plug in, like, any genre you want, so you might be in a group of people, but everybody's listening to their own music, right?
Oh, that's awesome. That was gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got different dance moves, so the beat different, right? Yeah, good. Take your time here. It should be more of a glute squeeze and a shoulder draw than a low back extension. So if we think about keeping core tension, rib cage down as we go to lift, it'll likely minimize the range of motion, but also then be more deliberate.
Oh, yeah.
Almost as somebody like under the floor gonna punch in the stomach right now, right? So when you go to load, squeeze the glute, draw the shoulders, not a low back arch necessarily. Unless you like that, which you can handle it. Good. It's almost like dead bugging, like rib cage down, and then can I squeeze my glute and force the mobility through the shoulders. Should be slow. 5 seconds. Good, back on. After our Superman split squat jumps, gonna be on our feet, pop switch, pop switch, pop switch. Ten seconds. Stay controlled here. 5. Good. If we think about it, pop switch, right? Trying to move the arms and legs together. If we need to, just the front foot right here. Pop switch, pop switch. Watch your stuff, Andy. Behind you got dumbbells, everything. You got stuff everywhere. We're looking for work. It's in that knee depth, right? It's in tempo and knee depth. So let that back knee settle tight to the floor. 20 seconds out. Still working. Don't give up yet. 5. Good air. Breathe. Ben should be here in a minute. Yeah, I used to work a long Tuesday, and then I lost childcare on Monday, so now I work a fair Tuesday. We have to have video for small group after this. We got to take videos and I'll send them off to everybody so they know what June is going to be lift-wise.
Nice.
Yeah. And you get a new person coming in June, you just send videos. Like, it's not to be the overall demo of the movement, but at least, hey, you know what a single leg RDL looks like.
Yeah.
And you don't have a bunch of new things. There he is. That's it. Benjamin. 15 seconds out. Probably 30 seconds when I said you'd be here soon. I didn't see you drive by though, I just saw it. 5.
No, leaving class, having half a second still.
2. Alright, high plank jacks, hands down, from a hand down position. Feet in, feet out. You can overload the hands or just lateral foot tap. But in a push-up base, hop, hop, hop. Again, heavier on hands would allow you to then springboard, in, out, in, out. Hips should stay up a little bit, right, to then protect the back. If we're doing lateral taps, it should be glute dominant on the lift, not a leg slide. Use the glute, pick the leg, put the leg. 15 seconds out. 10. 2. Couple deep breaths. In 5. Hands down, same thing. And I think if you overload the hands, it's just like a 4-inch, very light hop, you'd be okay. I think you'd find you're okay there. Be gentle, and it's hips up nice and high, and allow yourself to absorb that lateral tap. So land laterally for a second, come back in, so slower. Don't have to springboard. But if you overload the hands, hips up in the air, I think you find you're okay, at least for the start of. And then as you need to, then go lateral tap. Don't be forced to do anything crazy.
Yeah, no.
I trusted you in that, and then when it's time to set down, please do. Next thing, rehab side plank, bottom knee down, top leg lift, all demo. 10, you'll be on an ab mat. 5. Next up. 2. Good, I got a knee down to the ground, I got my leg long from this position, top down view, everything to the line. Slow lift, slow drop, toe stays pointed away. Everybody's favorite, right? Tough, man.
Yeah.
If I'm looking top down, right, everything's in a line, so the glutes should be tight, the hips should be forward. If we're looking at our partner across the room, you should see drop shoulder, hip, knee in a line, a straight line. See our left hip a little higher, right? Let that hip drop down, a little more. There you go, now lift. Otherwise, you get in this really tight base to where it's not like a hard side like top down straight line, or front to back straight line. Toe stays pointed forward. 15 seconds to go. Try not to swing the leg. 8. Second side, always tough. 3. You see a bStrong bell, you turn one through down. This homeless guy, I think, came in and asked for teachers, so I gave one.
You don't get ever come in wet one.
2. There we go. No, I don't know about that. We could take like a black marker and scribble out the logo. That's fine. After rehab side plank, one last station, double leg, foul slide, eccentric hamstrings. You don't have sliders, Melissa, you can always deadlift, although your weight choice is probably light. 20 seconds out. Discs under heels, both legs same time. 15 seconds. Oh, it's tough. That leg is heavy, man. 10. 5. Good. Sliders under heels, last station. Both legs out, both legs in. 3. Good, slow both ways, hips up, and really slow down that last little bit of movement, right? Slow all the way through. If you feel strong at the beginning, hustle through that first part, and then slow it down. After hamstrings here, we're done. We'll stretch a little bit. 20 seconds out. When I say done, I mean both sets. 15 seconds. Rest. Same thing coming up. Five. Good, hips nice and high, slow on the reach. Put the brakes on, especially toward the end of that range of motion. When the legs are almost straight, slow it down a lot. If you can, the glutes stay up in the air as you go back to that hamstring curl. $20 seconds. Five. Then we reset that timer in seconds, put it on as just 5 seconds for rest, typically 45. Little air. First station, guys, we'll start with a kneeling hip flexor. One knee down, 1 foot forward. Roll the hips, scoop them in. Squeeze that downside glute. So if your left knee is down, left glute is tight. We've started. If you got a late start, hold on to this one through the rest period. Think about scooping the hip, load the core, squeeze the knee down glute. The glute, knees down glute. Right? Knees down glute, right? The knee owns the glute. Not the glute, the knee. 8 seconds. 2. You got 5 seconds to switch sides. Same thing. Roll the hip. Tuck the pelvis a bit. Squeeze the core. Hang out. Work on some breathing. Get the heart rate back down. After this, let's go into a butterfly stretch. Feet together, still 20 seconds though.
Turn into a gang. Rolly, grab the end, rolly.
Butterfly stretch, feet together.
Nice. But very efficient, very good, but also very efficient. Just need a towel. I go to the bottle every day.
Do you?
Yeah, my class.
Oh, wow.
2 calorie class, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
15 seconds, guys. And then if we want to, we'll go into a low back stretch in 5. Kick the knees, sit the hips, sprawl out nice and long. 2. Knees a little wider, sit the hips in the hole. Right from here, you can walk the hands straight out and or side to side. Work your breathing, guys. Deep breath in, deep breath out. $15 seconds. Five. Good. If you walk your hands to one side, do one more stretch, walk them to the other side. If you're flat out overhead, same thing here. You did not try to walk your hands. You can walk your hands now, one side, back and forth. You're going to push the hips in the opposite direction that you're reaching the hands. So if your hands are overhead to the left, drive your hips away to the right. Little counter twist. 25 seconds out. Last thing, guys. Ten. 2. That's good. I'm going to press this stop recording button. Get off of there. Melissa, thanks.